नमस्ते महोदय, नमस्ते भगिनी।
सर्वेभ्यः आपादमौलिपर्यन्तां गुरूणाम् आकृतिं स्मरेत् तेन विघ्नप्रणश्यन्ति सिद्ध्यन्ति च मनोरथः। लक्ष्मीं तनोतु नितरामितरानपेक्षम् अङ्घ्रिद्वयं निगमशाकिशिखाप्रवालं हैरम्बम् अम्बुरुहडम्बरचौर्यनिग्रहं विघ्नात्रिभेदशतधारधुरन्धरन्नः। सर्वेषां स्वागतम्. Welcome to the first session of Learn to Chant Shyamala Dandakam. Shyamala Dandakam is a creation of Mahakavi Kalidasa. I think everybody knows that. But this is very special because Kalidasa comes under a literature-oriented work. All his works are based on kavyas, nataka. Then we will find that some part of it mixed up. So we find that his works are mostly concerned with literature. It explores a lot of aspects of Vyakarana. But this is treated an equivalent to a bhakti categorized literature, not kavya, but as a bhakti based literature, specifically because it was one of his earliest works. We will also find that Mahakavi Kalidasa, if you look at his timeline, he shares a timeline where 1,000 years ago, more or less, you will find that he's closer to that era where the three primary philosophies that we have in our Sanatana Dharma, where three philosophies we have, no? Advaita, Vishishtadvaita, and Dvaita. This is probably the beginning of Vishishtadvaita, or the fag end of Advaita time period. Advaita, we find that Adi Shankara he is placed around 1,200 years before 1,200 years ago, somewhere over there, 200 years more or less. And then we find Visishtha Advaita is 100 years after that. There is a gap, clear gap, but the tithis are same. For both Adi Shankara and Bhagavan Ramanuja, we find that the tithis are same. And then there is a overlap of Dvaita on Vishishtha Advaita. But the starting of Visishtadvaita, or a little before that, we'll find Kalidasa is placed. So chronologically, we find that he is just on the same level as our acharyas as well. But we usually don't consider him as a part of our bhakti parampara, because he was a kavi, and we find his mention mostly in literature works, kavyas, natakas. And this speciality is that Shyamala Dandakam follows the parampara of bhakti works also. We find that any work, we have a dhyanam. After the dhyanam, we have the viniyoga. After the Viniyoga, we have the Sahasranama or any of the stutis we have. So it follows that particular format. And the story goes that long ago, that is around 1,000 something years ago, there was a princess in Kashmir region, today's Kashmir region. And that princess was very egoistic about her knowledge. She was also called as Vidyadhare. There are different counts which may differ. So she was a little egoistic about her knowledge. She believed that she knew a lot, and once in that attitude, she insulted her minister. Her minister wanted to teach her a lesson, so what he does, he brings a shepherd. He brings a shepherd, an illiterate shepherd, and he poses him as somebody who's a pandita, and then gets her married to him. That shepherd is unknown. He's very innocent. He doesn't know anything. He gets married. After the marriage, she realizes that he is a simpleton. He doesn't know anything. He hasn't learned anything. He knows his work of shepherding. That is not the problem. But he is not. She feels that he is not a suitable groom. So she insults him on the day after the marriage. She insults him. She insults him so much that the shepherd wants to take his own life. He wants to kill himself. So it is night. It is somewhere midnight, as they say. He leaves the palace and he is running towards his own village. There, what happens is he comes across a Kali Mandir. There is a reputation for that Kali Mandir that Kali Mata manifests after sunset. So all the archakas, all the caretakers of that mandir, they usually lock the mandir with after sunset and they leave it and then they leave. We have that, no, we do not disturb the deity. Kalidasa, going, when he's passing by the mandir, he sees that the mandir's doors are opening, and the Kali Mata, she has manifested and she is going out of that mandir for vihara, for whatever the reason. So he sees her and he thinks, she is Jagan Mata. I am not responsible for what has happened. I want to know why she brought this on me. That means he want to question his fate. So he goes into the temple, he locks the doors of the temple and he waits. So she has left. She's obviously going to come back. I'm going to question her then. So he is in, and then when Kali Mata, he returns, she finds that the doors are locked. Obviously, somebody would have locked it because nobody would dare to lock it for her. So she calls calls out, who is it? And Kaviratna Kalidasa, he has not yet become Kalidasa yet. He's still a shepherd. The shepherd is, he says, I am a so and so person. You know me because you are the one who created me. But today this has happened to me. My wife has insulted me, and for no fault of my own. So I want to know why you kept me away from education. Why you kept me away from Vidya. So Kali Mata replies that, open the door, I will give you, I will give Vidya Pradhana, I will give you the Vidya, I will grant you Vidya. So Kalidasa opens the door and she comes in and she asks him, she tests him once again, what do you want? And Kalidasa says, I want Vidya. I want Jnana. And she wants to test him. So she's like, well, why do you need Jnana and Buddhi for? I will give you the wealth because anyway you have Jnana and Buddhi. You will use it to earn a livelihood. I will give you all kinds of wealth. I will make you a king. Kalidasa is like, that is not why I was insulted. I was insulted for not having Jnana. I want Jnana. So, as a famous visualization, it is seen that she takes her Trishula and then she draws an Om on his tongue. Whether that is true or not, we don't know, but it's a very poetic description. And as he closes his mouth, that is, he draws the tongue after the Om is drawn and he puts it in and he closes his mouth, the Jnana Udaya happens. And across his body, there is a realization of knowledge. Not any particular kind of knowledge. That is the specific, there is no literate or illiterate, that is not a distinction. All kinds of jnana is realized by Kalidasa. So when he does that, and when he opens his eyes, Kali Mata is now manifested to him in the form of Neela Saraswati. The picture that you see across the screen, that is Neela Saraswati. He finds that Devi, he's able to suddenly, after the Jnanodaya, he's able to see Devi as the true knowledge. So he sees her as Neela Saraswati, Shyamala. And therefore, he starts out of that um, overwhelming realization that the creator of the universe has given him the true knowledge. He starts to sing. And that is the Shyamala Dandakam. And the speciality is that when he is composing or when he is singing this Shyamala Dandakam, Devi starts to remanifest into different forms because she wants to test his panditya. Because he's describing her form, she starts changing her form and starts to test him. And he changes the description accordingly. So we have 5 dandakams. What dandakam is, when we go to that, we will look at that. But there are 5 dandakams. And Kalidasa starts to change his descriptions accordingly as per the manifestations of Devi. So it is a very uh, uh, powerful chant for anyone because it is very difficult to get a hang of it. So this particular chant is regarded at par with all the bhakti chants that we have. Therefore, we have Raghuvamsham by Kalidasa. We have all the Natakas we have Mahakavyas we have. Despite that, Shyamala Dandakam, regardless of it, is considered as a very powerful chant to invoke the consciousness. Therefore, it is chanted by everybody for the sake of jnana, very particularly towards Shyamala, who is a manifestation of uh, Kali as the giver of knowledge. So we see her in Saraswati form. So this is the story behind Shyamala Dandakam, and we find that poetic wise, the beauty described by Kalidasa is immensely powerful. It brings out a beautiful visualization. Like we have in Vishnu Sahasranamam, it starts with no Kshiro Danvat Pradeshe Shuchi Mani Vilasat Saikater Mauktikanam. So, like that, it is a beautiful description of Shyamala, and we see that he regards the mother in her changing forms. In every form he describes her, it is a very beautiful poetic meter. So we will start this Shyamala Dandakam today, and hoping that everybody will be able to catch on. One thing is we have to be slow with it. The more we try to hurry up, the more we try to move at a faster pace, we tend to miss out something or the other. The first 4 shlokas are in the meter that we know. So we will be able to split it into padas and we will be able to learn. After that, we have the Dandakam. So in this, the first shloka is actually the Dhyana. The first 2 are Dhyana. Third is the Viniyoga. Fourth is the Stuti. and then we start the actual Dandakam. Dandakam is also the Stuti. Stuti means in praise of. So once we start chanting, we will have the first two shlokas in as dhyana, but we are not going to say the Viniyoga and Stuti. We are going to start it as Atha Dhyanam. Atha Shyamala Dandakam and Atha Dhyanam. Number has been it has been misnumbered as 2, but it is 1. Okay. So we will start with the Dhyanam today. Yes, if anybody is interested, you can raise your hands. You can follow after me. And the chanting, I'll tell you the rules so that, yes, Rupa Mukherjee Bhagini.
Namaste, Mahodaya.
Namaste Bhagini. So for anybody who doesn't know our method of chanting, I just want to repeat it. I will repeat the first line once, and Rupa Bhagini will repeat it twice. Second line once, he will repeat it twice, like that, third and fourth. And then line by the first 2 lines, the second 2 lines, and then the whole shloka will be recited once, and then followed by Rupa Bhagini once. अथ ध्यानम्
अथ
माणिक्यवीणामुपलालयन्तीम्
अथ ध्यानम् माणिक्यवीणामुपलालयन्तीम् माणिक्यवीणामुपलालयन्तीम्
मदालसाम् मञ्जुलवाग्विलासाम्
मदालसाम् मञ्जुलवाग्विलासाम् मदालसाम् मञ्जुलवाग्विलासाम्
माहेन्द्रनीलद्युतिकोमलाङ्गीम्
माहेन्द्रनीलद्युतिकोमलाङ्गीम् माहेन्द्रनीलद्युतिकोमलाङ्गीम्
मातङ्गकन्याम् मनसा स्मरामि
मातङ्गकन्यां मनसा स्मरामि मातङ्गकन्यां मनसा स्मरामि
माणिक्यवीणामुपलालयन्तीम् मदालसाम् मञ्जुलवाग्विलासाम्
माणिक्यवीणामुपलालयन्तीं मदालसां मञ्जुलवाग्विलासाम् माणिक्यवीणामुपलालयन्तीं मदालसां मञ्जुलवाग्विलासाम्
माहेन्द्रनीलद्युतिकोमलाङ्गीम् मातङ्गकन्याम् मनसा स्मरामि
माहेन्द्रनीलद्युतिकोमलाङ्गीं मातङ्गकन्यां मनसा स्मरामि माहेन्द्रनीलद्युतिकोमलाङ्गीं मातङ्गकन्यां मनसा स्मरामि.
Now once, the whole shloka. माणिक्यवीणामुपलालयन्तीम् मदालसाम् मञ्जुलवाग्विलासाम् माहेन्द्रनीलद्युतिकोमलाङ्गीम् मातङ्गकन्याम् मनसा स्मरामि
माणिक्यवीणामुपलालयन्तीम् मदालसां मञ्जुलवाग्विलासाम् माहेन्द्रनीलद्युतिकोमलाङ्गीम् मातङ्गकन्यां मनसा स्मरामि.
उत्तमं भगिनि, धन्यवादः.
धन्यवादः.
One small correction here. It is given as Komalangi. It is Komalangin. There is an over there. I think while taking it, I missed out that part. Yes, I just want to explain the meaning of this because this is Dhyanam. So we need to understand. I told you this is as per the bhakti format. No, why I will tell you. Adhyana is given before any chanting because we have to imagine the deity in our mind. So there is a very descriptive uh, uh, dhyana given to to refocus our mind into the akara of the deity. So Manikya Veena. Manikya, as you all know, is a rare gem. Manikya Veena, a Veena made out of Manikya. Manikya Veena Mupalalayantim. She's holding a Veena that is adorned with Manikyas. She has it in her hand. You can see the form over there. Madalasam Manjula Vagvilasam. She is Manjula Vagvilasam. Vag is a voice. Manjula Vagvilasam, a beautiful, enchanting Vak is generated, and she is lost in that. Madalasam. She's lost in that. Mahendra Neela Dyuti Komalangim. She's in a bluish Mahendra Neela, emeraldish blue. So Mahendra Neela, Neela Dyuti Komalangim. She is in that form. She is in a, that is the reason it says Neela Saraswati. Very beautiful emeraldish blue color. She has that complexion, and she's Komalangi. She's yet extremely delicate. Komalangim. Matanga Kanya Manasa Smarami. See, all the dhyanas, it is the intention is to refocus our mind towards the deity. So, Manasa Smarami. Matanga Kanya. Matanga is the name of a rishi. It is said that Shyamala or Matangi is his daughter. So, Matanga Kanyam Manasa Smarami. Yes, V. Lalita Bhagini.
माणिक्यवीणामुपलालयन्तीं मदालसां मञ्जुळवाग्विलासां माहेन्द्रनीलद्युतिकोमलाङ्गीं मातङ्गकन्यां मनसा स्मरामि. One time only, Mahadev.
Yeah, you can chant once.
Okay. Manikyaveणामुपलालयन्तीं मदालसां मञ्जुळवाग्विलासां माहेन्द्रनीलद्युतिकोमलाङ्गीं मातङ्गकन्यां मनसा स्मरामि.
Sapna Bhagini.
नमस्ते माणिक्यवीणामुपलालयन्तीं मदालसां मञ्जुळवाग्विलासां माहेन्द्रनीलद्युतिकोमलाङ्गीं मातङ्गकन्यां मनसा स्मरामि.
Uttamam Bhagini.
இன்னொரு தடவை சொல்லுமா?
There are many people waiting, Bhagini. We'll do it once. Sapna Baldhuva Bhagini.
माणिक्यवीणामुपलालयन्तीं मदालसां मञ्जुलवाग्विलासां माहेन्द्रनीलद्युतिकोमलाङ्गीं मातङ्गकन्यां मनसा स्मरामि.
Uttama Bhagini. Pankaja Bhagini. Pankaja Tulsiram Bhagini.
माणिक्यवीणामुपलालयन्ती मदालसां मञ्जुलवाग्विलासा माहेन्द्रनीलद्युतिकोमलाङ्गी मातङ्गकन्यां मनसा स्मरामि.
Uttamam Bhagini. Prema Kotiswaran Bhagini.
Yes, Mahodaya. माणिक्यवीणाम् उपलालयन्तीं मदालसां मञ्जुलवाग्विलासां माहेन्द्रनीलद्युतिकोमलाङ्गीं मातङ्गकन्यां मनसा स्मरामि.
Uttamam Bhagini.
धन्यवाद.
Devi Bhagini.
नमस्ते महोदय. माणिक्यवीणामुपलालयन्ती मदालसां मञ्जुलवाग्विलासां माहेन्द्रनीलद्युतिकोमलाङ्गीं मादङ्गकन्यां मनसा स्मरामि.
Uttamam Bhagini. Meenakshi Raman Bhagini.
माणिक्यवीणामुपलालयन्तीं मदालसां मञ्जुलवाग्विलासां माहेन्द्रनीलद्युतिकोमलाङ्गीं मातङ्गकन्यां मनसा स्मरामि.
Uttamam Bhagini. Uma K.N. Bhagini.
नमस्ते महोदय.
Namaste.
माणिक्यवीणामुपलालयन्तीं मदालसां मञ्जुलवाग्विलासां माहेन्द्रनीलद्युतिकोमलाङ्गीं मातङ्गकन्यां मनसा स्मरामि.
Uttamam Bhagini. R. Hemalata Bhagini.
माणिक्यवीणामुपलालयन्तीं मदालसां मञ्जुलवाग्विलासां माहेन्द्रनीलद्युतिकोमलाङ्गीं मादङ्गकन्यां मनसा स्मरामि.
Uttamam Bhagini. Vijaya Prabhu Bhagini.
Yes, Mahodaya.
माणिक्यवीणा मुपलालयन्तीं मदालसां मञ्जुलवाग्विलासां माहेन्द्रनीलद्युतिकोमलाङ्गीं मातङ्गकन्या मनसा स्मरामि.
Uttamam Bhagini. Geeta Udayan Bhagini.
Yes, Mahodaya. माणिक्यवीणामुपलालयन्तीं मदालसां मञ्जुलवाग्विलासां माहेन्द्रनीलद्युतिकोमलाङ्गीं मातङ्गकन्यां मनसा स्मरामि.
Uttamam Bhagini. Vasanta Gangadharan Bhagini.
माणिक्यवीणामुपलालयन्तीं मदालसां मञ्जुलवाग्विलासां माहेन्द्रनीलद्युतिकोमलाङ्गी मातङ्गकन्यां मनसा स्मरामि.
Uttamam Bhagini. Lalita Sridharan Bhagini.
Namaste, Mahodaya.
Namaste.
माणिक्यवीणामुपलालयन्तीं मदालसां मञ्जुलवाग्विलासां माहेन्द्रनीलद्युतिकोमलाङ्गीं मातङ्गकन्यां मनसा स्मरामि.
उत्तमं भगिनी. राजेश्वरी शिवशंकर भगिनी.
नमस्ते महोदय.
नमस्ते.
माणिक्यवीणामुपलालयन्तीं मदालसां मञ्जुलवाग्विलासां माहेन्द्रनीलद्युतिकोमलाङ्गीं मातङ्गकन्यां मनसा स्मरामि.
उत्तमं भगिनी. विमला आर भगिनी.
माणिक्यवीणामुपलालयन्तीं मदालसां मञ्जुलवाग्विलासां माहेन्द्रनीलदुदिकोमलाङ्गी मातङ्गकन्यां मनसा स्मरामि.
उत्तमं भगिनी. बृंदा भगिनी. बृंदा भगिनी.
नमस्ते महोदय.
नमस्ते.
माणिक्यवीणामुपलालयन्तीं मदालसां मञ्जुलवाग्विलासां माहेन्द्रनीलद्युतिकोमलाङ्गीं मातङ्गकन्यां मनसा स्मरामि.
उत्तमं भगिनी. रविशंकर महोदय.
प्रणव महोदय.
प्रणाम.
माणिक्यवीणामुपलालयन्तीं मदालसां मञ्जुलवाग्विलासां माहेन्द्रनीलद्युतिकोमलाङ्गी मातङ्गकन्यां मनसा स्मरामि.
उत्तमं महोदय. We are we've completed our time, but this is dhyanam, the next shloka also. I will chant that. We will continue with the practice tomorrow. चतुर्भुजे चन्द्रकलावतंसे कुचोन्नते कुङ्कुमरागशोणे पुण्ड्रेक्षुपाशाङ्कुशपुष्पबाणहस्ते नमस्ते जगदेकमातः. चतुर्भुजे, 4 hands. Chaturbhuja, elbows. No, sorry. Bhuja is shoulders. Chaturbhuje. Chandra Kalavatamse, the one who has Chandra as her ornament on her kirita. Chandra Kalavatamse. Kuchonnate, the one who has full complete body structure. Kuchonnate. Kunkuma Raga Shone, the one who has a kunkuma reddish hue. Kunkuma Raga Shone. When we have Manikya, what happens is it reflects light. So like that, she's reflecting the reddish hue of the sunset. We will see in the Dandakam when we start where she's sitting. Beautiful establishes it in her place. So Kunkuma Raga Shone. Pundrekshu Pasha Ankusha Pushpabana. So what does she have in her Chaturbhuja? Pundrekshu. She has a sugar cane. Pundrekshu. Pasha. Pasha, as you know, noose we associated with taking the life. Pasha Ankusha. Pushpabana. Flower arrows. Pushpabana Haste. She has it in her hands. Namaste Jagadeka Mataha. Here, Pundrekshu Pashankusha Pushpabana Haste is one word. It is a Samastapada. We cannot break it. So therefore, we continue both the path. There is no pada vicheda over there. We continue that pankti together. Pankti is lines. Pada is splitting of that lines. So we see that Chaturbhuje Chandrakalavathamse Kuchonnate Kumkumaraga Shone is one line, one pankti. We split it into two parts because 11 syllables we are taking over here. But for Pundrekshu Pashankusha Pushpabana Haste, it exceeds that and it is a Samastapada. We cannot break it. Therefore, we have to chant it together. I will chant both these shlokas once. Tomorrow we will practice the second dhyana. Atha dhyanam Manikya Veena Madalasam Manjula Vagvilasam Mahendra Neeladyuti Komalangim Matanga Kanyam Manasa Smarami Chaturbhuje Chandrakalavathamse Kuchonnate Kumkumaragashone Pundrekshupaशाङ्कुशपुष्पबाणहस्ते नमस्ते जगदेकमातः. Let's just do the samarpana. स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः प्रतिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीमहीषाम् गोब्राह्मणेभ्यो शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि. धन्यवादः सर्वेभ्यः.
धन्यवादः
धन्यवादः महोदय.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಮಹೋದಯ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಮಹೋದಯ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಮಹೋದಯ.